Students can create graphs within a Google document that uses the information that's from a spreadsheet or by entering information here. In this document, I have just the title at the top. I'm going to go to the Insert options and bring this down to Chart. When I have options for charts, I can decide what type of chart I want to add, and I can choose from bar, column, line, pie, or a graph I've already created from a Google Sheet and import it into this document. So students can share some data and then reflect or write about what they've noticed according to the graph or data that they're showing. So here I'm going to show you a bar graph or column. Let's go ahead and go to column graph first. By selecting this, it's going to bring me up a sample chart and what we have, and we can edit. I can edit this in Sheets as a pop-up tells me. If I click on the graph, I can also go here to say Open in Sheets and unlink it. I don't want to unlink it because I want it to be able to save the data that I'm typing in the sheet so I can manipulate all of these. You'll see there's teams listed here and points scored. This is just a sample. The students can change those labels. I'm going to go ahead and click Open in Sheets. It'll bring me up a spreadsheet, and everything connected here is what you noticed on the graph. The students are then able to say, changing the headings here, they can change the labels on the left-hand side, and they can change the number values here to change this. So any of these things will open and let you edit them so that the students can take a look at some different data. So we could change this to class 1, and they collected data in maybe one class versus another. So they can manipulate and change this information for class 2, and they can change any of the number values. So if we were going higher or lower with number values, we could easily change these down. And I'll just put some simple values in here to take the place. And we'll drop these down in comparison. So that way that they can compare the two graphs together. And then once I've changed this, I'm able to go back and even change these from team 1 into like group 1 and change the labels on these. So I'm going to go ahead and change the labels for the groups here as well. However you want to set this up for your students for editing. And they'll probably have all this research done ahead of time so they can just go and type it. Anything that's updated here is now going to be reflected on my graph. So if I go back to my practice graph on the document, I'm going to go ahead and hit this update option. When I update the chart, the values I just changed have now been edited for what I've just changed here, except for team 4, which I probably didn't finish. So when I go back here and get out of the cell, now it's going to keep that and save it. Back to the practice graph. This one still says team 4 until I update. And then now that that data has been changed, now it goes on to say group 4. And here's my identifiers on the side for class 1, class 2. Hopefully this has helped you be able to add a graph inside a document, and that way students can reflect on the graph and write some information. So they can write some information down below and reflect on the information they put here. Hopefully this helps you using graphs and charts inside of documents and spreadsheets that are connected. Thanks for watching.